is, of course, a replica of the 1792 Spanish howitzers that the Mormon battalion boys that were working here purchased from Sutter in Sacramento from the gold that they mined out of his creek. How about that? We're not sure. We believe that Sutter probably traded the Russians at Fort Ross for a Spanish gun and another Russian gun. And then, in turn, he sold 2 of these guns to the Mormon battalion boys that had worked for him in 1848. And they took the cannon with them to Salt Lake Valley. They had them strapped into the side of a wagon. That's documented that they fired this one on July 4th in Pleasant Valley for the celebration of independence of the United States. They had a celebration, 4th of July celebration. Then about a month later, they were further up the mountain and they're having problems with the Indians stealing their cattle. And the wagon master said, "Limber up the cannon, we'll let her speak once." And so they loaded this Spanish 4-pounder and they fired it off, and it had the desired effect on the Indians. The Indians scattered, and unfortunately so did their cattle. It took them 3 days to gather their cows back. What we'll do is we'll go through the drill. We'll do a dry run, a practice run one time, and I will explain all of the commands and all of the tools. The procedure we used was written in 1846 by Winfred Scott in the Order of the Soldier during the Mexican-American War. So it'd be actually accurate for this cannon and the period of time of 1848. The first tool and first command, the tool is a worm. Command is worm the bore. We'll take the worm and run it inside the barrel to remove anything that was left in from the previous firing.
Andrew, come here.
The next tool, the next command is a wet sponge. Run the wet sponge in a bucket, run it up and down the barrel to make sure there's nothing burning in the barrel when we put gunpowder in. Gunpowder and fire don't work very well together. We'll drain the gun. There's a lot of extra water left in the barrel of the gun from the wet sponge. We'll drain that out. Somewhere in Winfred Scott's Order of the Soldier, we don't know who Schubert is, but it is one of the commands. The next tool or the next command is a dry sponge. Again, we're preparing the barrel to load it. We'll run the dry sponge up and down, remove any of the last of the water. We do not want to get our powder wet. The next command will be charge forward. Now, we keep the limber chest with the gunpowder, and the charge is well away from the cannon for obvious reasons. Powder Monkey presents the charge. We'll load the charge. The next tool is a ram. You'll notice our ram looks a little bit different than what you would expect. We have ours crooked so that you don't have to stand directly in front of the barrel while you're packing it with 4 ounces of black powder. If something were to go off, our ram, the person doing the ramming, is not standing directly in front of the barrel. Okay, the charge has been loaded. The smallest tool that we carry is called a pick. It's a small rod that we use to poke a hole in the charge that was just put into the barrel. And the command is pick and prime. The pick will poke a hole in the cartridge, and the prime is a fuse. Typically at that time would be a turkey feather or a goose feather full of very fine gunpowder. Our fuse is a little bit different. It is an instant fuse. As soon as it sparks, this thing goes boom. So do not expect a slow burning fuse. As soon as it flashes, it goes boom.
Ready?
Okay, the cannon is ready. At this point, I'll ask everybody to cover their ears.
Andrew.
Sister Dom, are you ready? She doesn't hear very well. She's been around the cannon too much. So we're going to yell fire in the hole loud enough for her to hear and for that guy down there to hear. 1, 2, 3, fire! What was that?
I'm not going to
All right, let's try it again. Let's hear it a little bit louder. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, I think that'll work. We'll wipe this thing off and it will go boom, and then we would get to do it again. Set off car alarms and everything. Okay. Are you ready to wipe that? Are you using much damage you can get, I guess.
Oh, I can breathe.
That's how you light things out. Here we use burning glass. Okay, company, prepared, load by detail. Worm the bore. Anytime anything goes in the front of the bore, we cover the breech hole in the back. Person with the tool will yell vent. Person at the back will answer vent it. It prevents any extra oxygen getting in, just in case there's something burning. Wet sponge. Vent. Dead. Drain the gun. Hubert. Dry sponge. That's dead. Charge forward. Load the charge. Dead. Ram the charge. Dead. Pick in prime. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this gun is hot, it is loaded. I ask you to cup your hands, protect your ears. Parents, make sure your children are prepared. Clear the range.
Ушки.
1, 2, 3.
Вот ты не перекати. Я canon.
Yeah, one more shot. Wet sponge. I hear one of those funny birds in the parking lot. Drain the gun. Schubert. Dry sponge. Always a bonus when I set off the car. Charge forward. Load the charge. Ram the charge.
Смотрите, еще.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, again, the gun is hot. Please cup your hands, check your ears. Parents, make sure your children are ready. Clear down the range.
Senor,
two,
think that
three.
he's about to get the canon going.
California! All right, stand by.
All right. All right.